Salaki. Shalom, shalom, call Allah, Yamla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well within this ministry and taught us this Amath, which is the truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect, preaching this truth to the four corners of the globe, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom. So brother Shamari Zaab from the GMS Cleveland branch, back with another lesson. Lord willing, this be edifying. Okay. More prophecy updates. And it was me and the elder brother, Ra'ai Bracha, that's also in the GMS Cleveland branch of Great Millstone. We just got through doing a live stream, and I had made mention of this article that's pulled up right here. I tried to pull it up in the live stream, but I couldn't find it. It was a different article I made mention of. I just read the headline, but this is the article I was really talking about in that lesson. And this nigga Rocket Man, all right, the Lord the Lord exalted that nigga. Hey, the Lord is exalting the nations, man. Okay? He's giving them power, temporary power for them to achieve prophecy. And once they have done that, brought Esau down, okay, and shot missiles off, then the Lord is going to take away that power and subdue their ass, man. But, and that was a side note, but the point is, this is such a beautiful time we living in because Esau is scared as fuck, man. He tucking his tail. He's sending Trump out there spewing all type of lies like he got shit in control, like he controlling the narrative. Okay, like he's the one that's, man, this nigga not in control, man. He's scared right now. He don't know what to do, man. Okay? And it's all prophecy. That's why it's so beautiful. Because we actually watching it happen. We've been saying it. You know, our apostles and elders been saying it for years and years and years. Now we finally see it happen. It's so beautiful. Called Lawli Mla Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I'm going to read a little bit of this article and grab some scriptures. Salaki. This is Newsbreak app. Okay. Newsbreak. It says Kim Jong-un taunted Trump about North Korea's nuclear arsenal during the Iran war. The same week, reports of a piranha execution went viral. Right? So, yeah, these other nations are taunting you, man. They laughing at you. You know, they laughing at this nigga, man, because they have nuclear arsenal now. You're not the only one, Esau. Okay? It says, matter of fact, let me grab a quick precept, bro. Salakia. This is Isaiah 14:10. I might start up some. Let me see. Okay, I'll start at 9. All right. Isaiah 14:9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. That's talking about the grave. All right. Esau, America, the civilians, they're all about to meet their grave. All right. This whole pompous ass country, these Edomites, puppet leader Edomites, they all about to meet the grave. The military, they all about to meet the grave. The inhabitants, the citizens, they all about to meet the grave. That's that hell that's moved from beneath to meet thee at thy coming. But Esau, Edom, and the chief place of Esau is America. So Esau, Edom is about to meet his grave. right? It said, it stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. And that's talking about the rest of these other heathen nations. They stirred up, man. All right? They riled up. They angry. And they got the nuclear arsenal to match that anger, to get busy. All right? The Lord got the spirit on these Persians, these Iranians, where they in the spirit of a wild man. Okay, these Ishmaelites, they in the spirit of a wild man. These different Arab nations, they all in the spirit of wild men. Okay, to do what? To execute vengeance on this place, on Esau. And all of them Arab nations, they're gonna join with the Persians, they're gonna join with Iran. All them Eastern nations, they're going to join together, come together, especially when it comes to their religion, what they believe, all right? And economics, they're going to all come together to meet, to demise Esau, man, for Esau's demise. And then Russia's going to be that guard to him. So the Lord is gathering these nations against Esau. And then Esau, Lord putting the spirit on this devil, Esau, to basically to fuck NATO and the EU. These other NATO and EU nations, man, they getting fucked by Esau, you know? And it don't feel good for them with no Vaseline, so they run into these BRICS nations. All right, they run into North Korea, they run into Russia, they run into all these other powerhouse nations that have nuclear arsenal, so that they could be protected from the big bad bully Esau, which is America, the hammer of the earth. And that's what you see today, man. That's the prophecy that you see. Let me finish this out. Isaiah 14:9. It say, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones of the earth, they have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. That's the point. The Lord put the spirit on these nations to be stirred up. All right? And they're going back to their ancient ways. They're going back to their nature, what they know, which is to be warriors, to tear shit up. Okay? Ishmael, once again, the prophecy says that he shall be like a wild man. All right? The Lord also said how he will multiply Ishmael. Ishmael will be a great nation. So you got all those, Arab nations, all those, they all mixed together, all right, and they're going to all come together. It says, right, and not just them, there's going to be other chief ones of the earth too, that once was in confederacy with this devil. They're going to turn against America, man. All right, and ultimately Esau, Edom, he's provoking these nations to do that. So the Lord is controlling the mindset of these kings. He's controlling the mindset of Esau. Continuing on, verse 10. Matter of fact, let me grab a precept for verse 9. Revelation 17. And start at the top. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials. This goes into the seven plagues, right? And talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. America is that great whore. All right? America is that great whore, and she is sitting on these other nations, these EU nations, these NATO nations, okay? These vassal states, in other words, are being controlled by Esau, okay? So the many waters is talking about the many nations that Esau Edom has under his wing right now. So everything that's happening is judgment for the whores, judgment for Esau, the chief house of Esau, and Esau himself. Okay, verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. Once again, those same kings is these rulers of the heathens. These same rulers and kings of these other nations made a pact with this devil, economically, religiously, okay? And we was talking about it in the live stream. They made a pact with this devil to further oppress us and to further spread Esau's way, which in turn further oppressed us, kept us down, okay? Because they know if we stay down, they stay up. If we stay disassociated from our power and our Lord, then they stay in rulership. So these other nations have carried the way of Esau Edom to spread it about the whole earth, which caused fornication. Okay, spiritual idolatry. You got these other nations spreading Christianity when they got their own different religions and beliefs themselves, even though it's not of the truth. But these different nations are, like China, for an example, they have their own customs and traditions that dates back to the ancient world, okay? They have left their customs and traditions to carry on Esau's way and carry on Esau's customs and his philosophies and his doctrine, okay? So that's how the kings of the earth have committed fornication. Also by laying in bed with this devil, doing deals economically, you know, joining with Esau's military. They have made a covenant with the whore, okay? And now they see that the covenant, the deal that they made with the whore, is not in their favor. And now they want to renege. These different nations are pulling out, all right? Now, continuing on, it says, verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And the inhabitants of the earth is you civilians. You civilians, okay, have been bitten by the serpent, and now that poison is affecting the inhabitants because now they're drunk with that philosophy of Esau Edom. And these different kings of the earth that committed fornication with the whore, they're spreading, you know, Esau's philosophy to their inhabitants and their civilians. So, oh man, now I want to rain and shit. So yeah, man. Okay, these kings of the earth was once in bed with America, but now they want a divorce. All right, they don't want to mess with this whore no more. They don't want to deal with Esau, America, and whatever it has to offer. Now, continuing on, I'm going to jump down a little bit. Okay, this is 16, Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, in which those 10 horns are vassal states, okay, those EU nations, European nations, okay, and they have become vassal states to America. Wipe the screen off real quick, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest, right, in which those 10 horns, they started off, come on, man. These 10 horns started off as the EEC, the European Economic Committee, which once again, all those European nations was formed in an alliance under the Treaty of NATO. I mean, under the Treaty of Rome, which made them in correlation with the whore. Okay, which made them in correlation with NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, in which ESAU, America, spearheads that. That's why it says that the whore is riding upon the beast. Okay? So continuing on, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." So those vassal states that was once in league with this devil, all right, they're going to hate this place. They're going to hate the whore. And so lucky if the screen tweaking out, it's raining, so the screen getting wet and it's tweaking out. So bear with me, Baba Kashah. All right. Back in Revelation 17:16. "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." And that's going to be the judgment. Okay, going back to Isaiah 14:10, that's the judgment that the Lord is going to use these other nations to do on America. It's to burn her. And they're going to leave it desolate, empty, which means ain't going to be no more resources here. Okay? Here it is. America is importing all of these resources all these resources that's in this land is being imported by foreign countries, man. Okay? And once the beasts hate the whore and these other heathens stop fucking with America, okay, ain't gonna be no more imports coming into America. No more food, no more clothes, no more wheat, no more this, no more oil, no more that. And you know it's gonna affect the economy and the state of the people, the inhabitants that live in America, man. That's why it's gonna be storehouses empty. That's why the grinding shall cease. That's why things gonna get scarce and the prices of things is gonna highly increase. You got something called why is it slipping my mind? Basically, the price is going to increase at a rapid rate. All right. And things are going to be impossible to afford. So America's going to be left desolate, empty. Ain't going to be no more resources here. Okay. Ain't going to be no more mirth here. Ain't going to be no more entertainment here. None of that. It's going to be empty. It's going to be emptied out, desolate. And then the end all be all is that it's going to be burnt up by nuclear fire. The Lord is going to use these other nations to shoot missiles, man. Okay? It says they'll make her naked. They're going to expose Esau. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. You got Iran creating these different AI videos that's exposing Trump, exposing these small hats for the pedophiles, for the shedding of innocent blood, for genocide, for everything that this devil is doing behind closed doors. These other nations know, and they're exposing this devil. They're mocking this devil, making mockery of America, man. And the things that these Edomites that rule this place do. So they're making her naked, they're exposing her. All right? And like I said, it's going to eventually lead to this place being on fire and being as a desolate wilderness, like it's saying in Isaiah 34 and Isaiah 13. All right, where no man should dwell, only desert-like creatures. That's what it's going to lead to, man. Going back to Isaiah 4, and I'm going to read verse 10 now. It says, "All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?" Yes. See? That's what these other nations are going to say, man. All right. And alluding back to the article I wish this screen would stop fucking tweaking out so I could do the lesson smoothly. But damn, I can't even go back to the article. Basically, going back to the article, man, where it says Kim Jong-un was basically making mockery, man. Yep, that's spirit. It says that Kim Jong-un taunted Trump about North Korea's nuclear arsenal. So that's what he's doing. He's taunting Trump. All right. When you taunt somebody, you basically you making fun of them. You playing, you know. So that's what's going on, man. Okay. These other nations, it ain't just Rocket, man. It's a whole influx of other nations, and that's it's gonna lead to more nations doing this. Okay, the more you see things heat up and ramp up, it's just starting with Iran, and it's the spirit, because when all of this stuff with Iran started around last month on the 28th, the end of the last month, that's when the Purim came in. All right, and around the time of the Purim, when you go into it, you read the book of Esther, who was ruling? The Medo-Persians. Okay, and the Persians are the Iranians today, those Elamites, and they had shit on lock back then. And now the Lord, around the time of the Purim this year, the Lord put the spirit on them Persians to turn the fuck up. And that's the spirit, man. So that's what they saying now. They saying you become weak as we, because nigga, you're not the only one with nuclear missiles now. We got nuclear missiles too, you know, and they highly developed. Man. Let me continue on in this article. I need to hurry up, get to the crib. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this article. I'm gonna close out if the Lord allows. Phone tweaking, Joe. Let's see.